Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, a Trilogy, specifically Trials and Tribulations, specifically Part 2, the trial of Episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout.
Specifically.
Specifically
on my Stalamor's channel.
Number 1, the marrow furnace.
Specifically this chapter. Specifically at this point.
Specifically this many minutes into the game. And then don't even read that.
Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor.
Scouter's honor.
Maggie.
Detective Gumshoe?
Are you doing alright? How are you feeling?
As if you need to ask either question, sir.
You've kept me in this maid uniform for a month straight.
No,
They didn't even give me prison clothes. They just kept me in the maid outfit. I think it's some kind of weird freak stuff. Get me out of here.
Have some decency, people. We pay our taxes for this.
Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger.
And you.
Yes?
You better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw it up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself.
Pulls out his gun.
Squaring away with some paperwork for your arrest.
I think you're serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? I mean, when is he
For
ever
once.
not on our side? Like the first case that we ever met him, and then everything after that, we've basically been on the same side.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
He almost died trying to save you, Maya.
He's just like,
Yep.
But apparently this is the first time we're on the same side. Not even the other time where we were defending Maggie Bird. I mean, we weren't.
They just have to lie to themselves, you know. They can't admit that they're...
They have to think that the world is
They're
all
cohorts.
against them. They can't let them.
Can't let love win.
yeah, ridiculous.
So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right?
Really? Can you, sir?
Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright?
Sure.
Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me?
I'm gonna perjure right on the stand.
I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you.
Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh?
Gumshoe's beet red.
Yeah, I can only wish.
Oh no, it's like the rookie that I trained and I have a crush on is just always in a maid outfit now. It's like, oh no. Please, I can't look at you, Maggie.
It's even orange. It's my favorite color.
Like if only it was red, like Edge. I mean, no. Put on the ascot, Maggie, please. Just for a minute, pal.
My God.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Oh,
What's wrong?
nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was... You was talking to me? It was a little, well, intimidating.
No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix.
I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he?
Our trusty?
So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal. We will find out soon enough through this trial today.
But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright.
I wasn't questioning whether you were Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out.
Someone who only had a single case under his belt and lost it.
Yeah.
But he's got such swag.
There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another.
As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. So for double jeopardy laws, I must not. Therefore, I won't stand for any irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple... Come on. There we go. Repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. Oh my, don't lag on me right mid-sentence, please.
I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Not on purpose, but he might have made
Now
some
then,
good
Mr.
points.
Godot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formality, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court.
Oh, sorry, sir. Name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe.
Other way around, detective.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah. The guy who was on the initial investigation tied up another case right now.
Hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake.
I see. So Detective Gumshoe, they really had just the entire B team in this last case.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, sir. Victim's name was Glenn Elk. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens, Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
Court accepts this into evidence.
Glenn's autopsy report added to the court record died of potassium cyanide poisoning. It was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m.
And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. Poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
The waitress being the accused.
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were two other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
Still seems to be a very straightforward case to me.
Trade the end of floor plans. Blueprints of the crime scene. X equals the victim's seat.
Come, detective, take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own two hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir.
The incident.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elk, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. What we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive.
not gonna
Just
say
say
it.
it.
I'm just gonna say that she had one.
Yeah.
Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. Facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but
Yes?
please no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood?
I already told you, that wasn't me. The incident. Hey, anything jump out at anybody? You just want to press everything.
The last one.
Yeah. Last one, I guess. Gotta press that, and then eject if we need to. Press first.
Some kind of a motive?
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
Objection!
You know what my golden rule is, detective? Chuck had a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another.
Huh? I don't get it.
I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe.
She was, they said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
Disappeared from the scene of the crime.
It wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket, too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Worst that can happen is the judge sees it as an intimidation tactic and gets scared.
Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client.
Heh. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 ticket?
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant.
What?
Where was it found exactly? Order, order! Heh, she's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately.
Give it to
I was
us.
thinking I'd hold on to it.
I'd better keep an eye on that ticket, the way the judge's voice is quivering.
Judge just takes and runs.
Just picks up a phone. Here. Somebody come over here and have everybody.
Like an old-timey lady's holding up her dress to just run, just holds up his robes, just sprints out of her. Was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? Didn't even say how much it was. It was like, oh, it's just a $5 scratcher. And everyone's like, oh, chill. She killed for that. Just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor.
And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. You really think there are any contradictions in this testimony? To be honest, I don't know. But Gumshoe told us out in the lobby. He said we'd be forming a united front, right? How will we win the case if he doesn't throw us a lie? I don't have a whole lot of options right now. The best I can do is gather the facts together, I guess.
Alright, so what is the actual last statement now written as? Oh yeah, it didn't even get added.
I
Okay.
just got evidence from it. Want to just press everything else?
Yeah, I guess.
Might as well wait. Let's form in a
Yeah.
point of attack.
Gotta force the testimony out of him.
I stop you for just a minute.
Oh, what is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. The testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said, no?
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey,
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, it's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table.
what should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Good to have Gumshoe just get happy and then Godot yell at us.
Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way.
That argument is as weak as the coffee at Traby and Trite. I have here in my possession a ticket.
A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me.
Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population the defendant. Got him. It's a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. It's the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? The court will agree that it's such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
I know it hasn't even finished yet, but this is my least favorite trial out of any of the games.
Why?
I just don't like it.
Just don't like the French.
That's a big part of it.
Oh my.
So come on, we got phony phoenixes, we got maid outfits. What's not to love? No.
Made outfits are
Seems
cool,
to show
I
the
guess.
victim's table extremely clearly.
Crime photo added to the court record.
I mean, there's no way this is worse than Berry Big Circus.
The only okay, there's a reason I like that more, and it's because of the clown. That's it. That's
The rest
my
of the
reason.
case, though, is censored like the Epstein files.
I guess we'll continue to press stuff. This is evidence
We
so
can
far.
get more evidence, 'cause nobody wants to just lay it all out.
He was listening to his radio, you say.
Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket.
Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? It hasn't gone wrong for us yet. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? What should I know?
Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it?
Detective, would you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else.
I'm not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder?
If I had to put in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection!
You put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite?
Victim took his coffee black with no sugar.
Seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I mean,
I doubt it will give us anything, but sure.
are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee?
Huh? What do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it?
Oh, hey, you're right.
Objection!
That's what I think.
In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there.
Huh? For me?
Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. You have the time to waste. You have the time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece, sir.
Yes, that piece.
What piece was it again?
This.
Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns?
Oh, now I remember. Oh, this is the, victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poison coffee that was in this cup.
You are a bit quiet.
Reload coffee. Victim gulped down the bitter Dutch waitress like this. Just chugging it.
For the record, the only prints on the cup, victims and the defendants.
The coffee contained potassium cyanide, covered in the victim's and Maggie's fingerprints.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance.
That's enough. I'm done. I'm going home. Facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. It's also a matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money.
Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already.
I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final, decisive piece of evidence.
He's got more evidence against Maggie?
This is the apron that the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time.
Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like it can't be blood, can it?
Heh, seems the star of her play is a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself.
The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye.
Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket.
The pocket?
The search carried out right after the incident covered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket.
A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket.
Yeah, Maggie's prints were the only ones on it.
What?
Order, order, order! The court will accept these items into evidence.
The apron. The potassium cyanide.
Something's still bothering me, Mr. Cadeau. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain.
You don't need to be told, just look at it.
Well, detective, could the stain really be blood?
No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir.
Ketchup?
She must have gotten someone her apron, taking someone to their breakfast that day.
Could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. We'll stand like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness.
Hops.
That's a whole meal.
I thought everyone knew what it was already.
I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. I'm kind of infallible. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence have all been clearly established. Well, Tret. Seems you really are a phony after all.
Alright, you really know how to drive a man nuts.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.
The investigation.
Crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Hey, yo.
Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough for her.
Victor wasn't lying about the skirt length, I guess.
The victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured out who he was pretty quick. Then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin.
The investigation. Kind of scary, old man. Anything jump out or you want to press everything?
All that sweet gumshoe lore.
I mean, this one sounds curious to me.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else that was taken from it?
Switch back to the other side again.
So,
Oh yeah, there's the newspaper. There's stuff off to the side, but can't really say that
that was missing.
the guy didn't just do that. So beforehand, it's like they...
Do you want to just try presenting it?
Press
so
it
to see-
first.
press
I mean,
it
I
first.
guess you could. Could try presenting it, but chances are it's something we need to press. But...
Right, but let's try it. I guess it takes like 2 seconds to be like, it's clearly faulty, Your Honor. Then we're like, actually, press.
Actually, I meant hold it.
So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for.
Yeah,
Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day?
oh yeah. The one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh?
And they're just going to let him get away with it?
It's just $1, detective. He's
Guess
just a little girl.
I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. I don't find a hole in this testimony. The judge is going to hand down his verdict, he says out loud. To the judge, Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. We can't find any contradictions, so he doesn't give us anything. Yeah, that's true. Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our early hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been.
Oh boy.
I guess we just press everything. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe.
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened.
Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man.
Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy was still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them and seeds.
Seeds. Ha! It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth.
Wow.
I guess not even the mighty Godo can avoid being attacked by that guy.
The man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. We'll look at the autopsy again, real quick.
Between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m.
And when was the thing? When was it called? So it was called, like, basically
Crime was
right,
reported at 2:25.
like, almost an hour after the first potential time he could have died. And it's like, sure, he says that he had to find a payphone, but a whole hour between seeing a guy die. So, I would throw the autopsy at the previous statement, maybe, and just see if it lets us, or if no one's gonna care.
Okay, we'll try it.
I think that's a pretty decent discrepancy.
Objection!
Apparently not decent enough.
Boom. Okay, we'll press mag.
Hold it!
How long was the defendant unconscious for?
The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at the time. Took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would like to have been there to see myself.
I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search, too.
There you go.
Oh my god. Whoa. Okay, Gumshoe. Gumshoe, calm down.
I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful.
You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher.
Bird watcher.
Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All you need to know about is the investigation.
Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I?
Hold it!
You didn't have any. Are you saying that it was stolen, then?
No, I don't think so. Victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on file.
How did he pay for the meat?
All he had was 58 cents in his wallet.
58 cents.
Yeah, can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal.
Victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge?
Come on to something here. He says, but then we have any identification. This is an identification, right? So. Ketchup. Let's continue to press everything.
Hold it!
Wait a sec.
Did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, there.
He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going.
There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
Seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Trebiet.
He's got the victim's name for the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court.
What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Ask about the prescription bag or ask about his health insurance?
I mean, probably the bag. I think we need the guy's insurance information.
Yeah.
So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty. Victim got this from the doctor before going to Trebian. The bag is empty.
You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate, are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective?
Guess I'll just press this for the heck of it before we go anywhere else, but yeah.
Press everything. All that sweet gumshoe dialogue.
The defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket?
Yeah, you nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Keep up this crazy testimony, Detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat.
Sorry.
So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence?
Well, I'd love to if I had any.
Appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness.
Nothing else missing from the crime scene. Well, we know the
Where's his
medicine was
medicine?
taken, right? Let's present the bag. Question mark.
Yes, I'd say present the bag now that we have it.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony.
Oh, finally. I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you?
You testify that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to Trey Bien. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to?
You are too cool, pal.
Indeed, ice cold. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
I'm bad at my job. I guess it's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh?
The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself.
Order, order! Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Ha! That's all.
What?
Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will.
What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngologic Clinic. Otolaryngologic. Otolaryngological.
Yes.
Otolaryngological.
What kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? Day before the incident, Mr. L found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
He ruptured his eardrum.
What on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was meant to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested.
What?
Unless you're eating your ear cream. It's mentioned in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print. Found traces of the medicine in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. Damn, that print is fine. See, Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Trebian. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication.
Arg.
Seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
No. Nick, If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Push the medication issue or leave it? What do you think? Didn't quite hear you. What'd you say?
Said present.
Okay. Well, this is push, not press. Completely different word. Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Trey BN. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime?
The medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
Objection!
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
Objection!
You know as well as I do that that medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
Objection!
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did! The possibility is undeniable.
That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot?
I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's an old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder.
Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater?
Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial. And that is something that bothers me.
Yay, good job, Nick.
Court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess. After which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Or the detective's witness. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. You had 11 cups already? Court is adjourned for the recess. She says he'll only drink 17, so...
You're just chucking it away, you know.
I mean, he threw one at Phoenix's head.
Ew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in that.
That's my line, sir.
You're gonna get coffee
No,
thrown
it's
at
my
you.
line. I think I really did die a little bit.
I think I have heart palpitations. I need the hospital, Phoenix.
Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that?
Huh?
He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up.
I don't think he meant to do that, man. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right?
It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. It really hurts this time. I feel like someone punched me right hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again.
Poor
Oh,
Gumshoe.
no.
Makes a fool of himself, and the girl doesn't like him anymore.
The tragedy of... Have you ever heard the tragedy of Gumshoe? So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds.
Just somewhere in the background you hear Gumshoe.
Guess I'm just eating ramen noodles alone then.
But he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know?
Quick, give Maya your outfit, man.
Yeah, yeah, he's a big old
I'll have
grouch.
Mia as co-counsel.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. I mean, it's not to be continued, so I guess we're continuing.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please. Prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind. Name's Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times, too.
I don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation.
My occupation? Listen, youngin'. Much call you think there is for a kimono embroidery here.
Kimono embroidery?
That's what I do, or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he could embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile.
That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen.
Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? Why do you think these are? I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh yes. Oh yes I did. I saw it all. And please tell the court, we're all ears. Kudo's famous catchphrase, we're all ears. Sure, I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail.
He's really getting into this. What I witnessed.
The young man was reading the sports paper. The servant girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, then collapsed. That's the servant girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Because of the outfit, not her face. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with old-fashioned ones? Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses. It's wireless. It's spectacles, I tell ya. Excuse me? Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Anything jump out, or you want to press it?
I mean, we can press it all, I guess.
It's like 4 things. It's fine. So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenelg?
I wanted to know if Goods Abroad retained his championship or not.
So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right?
So what if there are?
If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct?
Okay. And go to the place to drink Javachino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at.
You mean you go there to eye the waitress? The serving girl. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
Dr. Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I.
I see.
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
I bet his eyes are really fine when he's scoping out a waitress.
And I saw what the server girl put in the Javachino as well.
I bet I know what's coming up and something tells me I'm not going to like it. Leave it or press harder. I mean, I might as well go all the way. Your Honor, we need more clarification what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Hold it!
Did she really put that into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy? She took out a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in.
Or she had been adding sugar?
Sugar in a small brown bottle like that? Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? Heh. A bottle like this, perhaps? Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. So what did the accused put in the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you?
Arg. Continue to press everything before you do our attack. He took just one sip.
You youngins, you waste everything. Those Javachinos cost $8. Good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died.
Congratulations, you have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom.
So was an immediate death? Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible. Oh yes, he slept over without so much as a twitch. I felt the Javachino I just drank turned sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling. The waitress, I presume she is.
Hold it!
You said, I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by?
Particular features, it's a disgrace, that's what it is.
Sorry?
You can say all the way up to her, you know. She's practically naked in that uniform.
Objection!
So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me!
Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image.
Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away.
I was excited to be in the maid uniform. Kah, there are other things I recognize about her too.
Seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Press hard.
Press harder.
Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. What matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these are the features that you recognize about the defendant. I would ask you add them to your testimony. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair and her apron straps were loose.
Ribbon in her hair. She's got ribbon. But her apron straps were loose.
Oh yeah, press on that.
You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face.
Keh, as if I wouldn't remember that.
Objection!
Witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight.
There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Ask about the straps or ask about the waitress's back?
Ask about her back. No,
Which one?
ask about the straps, because we talked about them being loose, so what's that about?
Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in straps. Why is that?
Hey, yo. What?
The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron. What's the fascination?
Fascination?
Objection!
People of all kinds of fetishes, Trite. We don't need to embarrass the witness. Listen, you young upstarts. I haven't got some sick strap fetish.
Yes, you do.
Is there any relevance to the witness's unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright?
I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps.
Said I haven't got a strap fetish. How many times I have to repeat myself? Very well. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo, and make it strapless.
Think old Seedy really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. And he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. I guess. She makes a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie. That's what we have to figure out, Nick. I guess let's ask about her back, because I don't Tell us about this waitress's back.
You can bounce a quarter off.
Back. Identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back.
So what?
Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection!
Heh. He's got you there, Gramps. Objection, I agree.
People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons.
This is harassment. I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. Just telling you what I saw. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure.
This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. Can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet.
Was anything kind of interesting about her when I saw her from the front?
Nothing was interesting.
Oh, really?
Not the big ketchup stain. Should I just go
Not
straight to that?
giant mess of stains all over it. Coffee all over her and ketchup smeared all over it. Yeah, it's normal.
I guess we're going with this.
Objection!
Yeah.
Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this.
Yeah, that filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating.
Have you ever seen this before?
Of course I haven't. Think I forget something as dirty as that? Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning.
Huh?
And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front.
Oops. Witness! Just say oopsie our way out of this. Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Trite, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird. Exactly. And that one waitress put the poison in the coffee cup. This old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. Rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what a burger customer wanted.
He can't remember? Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out.
Very well, let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
About the victim.
Another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand. Noisy brat kept rustling its pages. Eggman was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. The servant girl question brought over the Java Cheeto. Little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. The testimony we just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. Seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
How are you going to handle this, Nick?
I hate those hipsters.
I hate this. We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. Cruelty is what I do best. Well, something jumped out at me. He said... Wait, first he said... He had the newspaper in his right hand, so when he says he used
then
it...
he says, opposite hand.
Free hand, so he used his left hand. But if you look at the cup, it looks like
he would have to use his right hand.
Drink from that side.
He used the handle anyway.
Yeah.
Granted, it's a trashy handle, you probably wouldn't even want to use it, but... I'd say it's enough that we can attempt to just throw it at him, and if not, we can then press it and then throw it.
Yeah.
See if we can just snipe him instantly.
Yes.
Oh.
Objection!
Get this clown off the stand instantly.
Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory.
I know, there's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you nothing. Not anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Trite?
According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
Can't what is this, kindergarten?
But I would like the court to please take a look at this.
That's the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips.
Yes, there's a stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding that cup in his right hand.
But how?
Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Dance, monkey, dance! Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he's from. Wait! You think I'm gonna stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad? You're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup, I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony? A young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question, I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's a dead young hotbot, and you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault.
Who, me?
Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say. I'm the greatest generation. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but...
Yep.
Sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Kudo. But this is my 16th cup of coffee. This is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor, oh Captain, my Captain.
Left hand or right hand?
Boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Kept fiddling with it all the time. Was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand.
Can we, like, look at a picture of the guy? I mean, it is on the left side, right?
Where was his eardrum ruptured?
It doesn't tell us there.
It tells on him.
His left eardrum
Left.
ruptured the day before the incident.
So he wouldn't be listening to a radio in his ruptured eardrum, would he?
Alright.
Clearly, we'll just attack him there. Know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was the hot new Google Glass. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? Inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. Called an HMD. A common tool in the victim's line of work. HD, TV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw and I'm telling the truth.
It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying.
And those are the facts. It's good old black and white.
Left hand or right hand?
So I guess the first statement.
Or is the last one?
That would be the first, because it didn't say the first is in the...
Okay,
the
this one
earpiece same
too,
side, yeah. And then just set his picture, maybe? Because that's where it
That's the one
says
that
about
says the
his
detail.
eardrum.
Left eardrum was ruptured.
Objection!
I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there is something very strange about your observations of the victim. You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD.
No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
I don't think so.
What did you say?
You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured.
Eh?
Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right, it's impossible that the victim was wearing his left piece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear.
Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pretty pigeon! Order!
This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot?
A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down, I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javachino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip of the cup held in his right hand, and then he switched to his left. That's what the old man saw.
Objection!
Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
Objection!
Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. Facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this.
Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless.
Excellent spit as always.
Believed it's time to conclude today's proceedings. I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. To be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you papa's old fogey. Sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from there.
He has the hacker.
Ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned.
This is some...
Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo. Next to that blue-suited young upstart over there. Not just a bubbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now.
Mr. Bad memory, my fault.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. You suck. Get my mouth shut until now. But there's something else the court should know. What?
There's more?
To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, young shark.
With me, he's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun.
Tell everyone what do you say to one final showdown? Final chapter is eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. We're out. What do you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino you want if you come to my house after the trial. Maybe 68 years old, Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much, much quicker.
I can't believe this is happening.
I better get ready, youngster.
I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds.
Can they just ice trap kill her?
Points to his
and
bandana.
already
Just infinite ammo.
Just drain all the blood from his body, please.
The final
It's all in his nose. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. Young boy slept over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down. Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. You're doubting me again? You're doubting a poor, defenseless old man? No, we are not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah, so what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're a bird brain, that's why that's all you can think of. Very well. Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please.
The final showdown. Let me check our evidence. Do we have anything that has to do with stuff breaking?
So we got the picture, we got the floor plans.
I don't know where he was sitting, but he said he could see.
So yeah, he was on some part of the other side. And I don't think any of those spots you wouldn't be able to see a vase fall over. Do you have any other pictures? You got the crime photo? Okay.
The vase is
thing
fine!
So there. Just throw that at him.
So, yeah,
What was the last one again?
Right over.
Yeah, either one should work.
Just shows it not being broken. Sure, he may have upset it, but it's clearly still standing. He did not break.
Objection!
Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact.
Huh?
Lost your tongue, Granddad?
No granddad of yours, hopscotch.
Ow! Ow!
Enough! If there are any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. Ah! What is it now? I just remembered something.
Yes? Go on.
Broken vase. Yeah, it was on my table.
What?
Well, you see. It startled me when that young man had collapsed. So I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The face on my table, I made it. Face on your table? Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. It wasn't the waitress. Kudo just smiling.
Oh, well.
He continued, just cuts off it. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Elf, escort the witness out to the courtroom.
Hold
Wait,
him
listen
and
to
take him
me.
to court. Please.
Bailiff killed that
Execute this
man.
man.
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked. I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are 2 disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far.
The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it!
I therefore require both the defense and prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
One more thing, Your Honor.
The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement.
Okay.
We each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. Prosecution doesn't need props like that.
Godot's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Godot's.
Yes, Your Honor. The incident occurred. I broke the base of my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. This court is adjourned. Get me the hell out of here.
To be continued.
I think everyone feels the same about that case.
Old man said nothing.
Old man yells at
hate
cloud.
that.
I mean, we
Yep.
discovered that he did indeed break a vase, and I think that was the only thing apparently that was important about his whole thing. So does that mean the whole
Somehow.
putting the powder in the coffee was a lie because he didn't put that in his testimony? Well, everyone, if you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing is all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
Ciao.
Chow. We need to go get some chow. I am hungry.
Yes.